大家好
and welcome to White Gaze, where we whites gaze upon the drama,
the looks,
and the language in our newest favorite Chinese television show, Empresses in the Palace, otherwise known as
Zhen Huan Zhuan.
Yay!
I've been working on it.
You did it again.
I've been
You've
working
learned.
on it.
I think you've successfully learned. I think you say it so well now that the bit is over.
I until the very next episode and I fuck it up.
Of course, we are here to recap every single episode of Zhen Huan Zhuan. And today we are reviewing episode 7.
Yeah, this was a great episode. I loved it. Lots of drama. It just gets juicier and juicier. But now that people are locked into their homes, they're listening to the pod, and we've been getting a lot of great feedback. So continue with your feedback, even if it's bad feedback.
Yes.
Let's send the bad feedback to Trenton, because I know that's the only bad feedback we're going to get.
Well, we do want to listen to our listeners. We've gotten a lot of listener feedback so far, which we can actually even maybe make a segment about. We could do a whole segment about like listener feedback, corrections and comments, concerns.
There is some corrections that need to be made sometimes. Can you please give us a little recap of what happened at the end of the last episode?
Okay. Yes. So episode 6, I remember for me, was a little bit of a lull of an episode. But it was basically the rise and fall of Yu Daying, because she had scammed her way into becoming a concubine, and then she was really rude to everybody except for Huafei. But then she did get in trouble, so she fell from grace. But at the very end of the episode, she was singing that Chinese opera outside of the emperor's bedroom until he finally let her in. So she was on a roller coaster in the episode. And also, of course, we got to see An Ling Rong be put in the blanket burrito and taken to the emperor's bedroom. However, she was too scared and nervous, and he sent her away.
Oh, I'm praying for her. I don't believe in God, but I'm praying for her.
I really hope that she gets to continue on the show, and I hope she doesn't get to go to the cold palace for being inconvenient. But other than that, but the big drama in the last episode was actually that it's springtime, and Zhen Huan has been able to sneak out and visit the garden and play on the swing when she was discovered by the emperor. But because she does not recognize the emperor is now pretending to be the 17th prince. And so they begin to have this sort of affair in the garden. And the episode ends with Zhen Huan waiting for him in the rain, and he doesn't come because he was asked to go and speak with his mom, the Empress Dowager.
So that's right where we pick up. And she is so upset.
She is very sad. It's raining very heavily.
I knew that it was too good to be true.
And her maid is there being like, yeah, I don't think he would come in the rain. It just doesn't make sense for him to come out. We should probably go back.
They leave and come back, and then we cut to the emperor.
But wait, there's an important detail here. We cannot pass this over. Remember that Yu Daying was also there in the rain, watching Zhen Huan. And so she begins to get a little suspicious. She begins to think wait a minute, why is she out here? Number one, who is she? I've never seen this bitch before. And number two, why is she out here in the rain?
Yeah, so she's getting a little suspicious, and so we can see her later on popping up again.
Mm-hmm. She will come back
in the garden.
Yes.
But yeah, we see the emperor wrapping up his duties, and he's like, okay, I gotta get my ass out there. I gotta go.
But to be completely honest, I was really confused about why he was taken away. It seemed like it was very important, and then this scene is very short. It's just like the Empress Dowager is saying like, okay, you're in charge of the harem now, to the Empress. So is the Empress Dowager retiring?
Okay,
Is this
so
her last appearance?
yeah, this does seem like important information, but they just keep it like in the background. We don't see the Empress Dowager like directly talking to the Empress. It's like in the background with the main focus of the scene is the Emperor. And that's just like in the background. She's just like, well, you're in charge now.
Right.
And it's like I feel like this needed to be like more of a thing.
Right. But I do agree. I think they're focusing on the Emperor because it shows how like impatient he is, because he is having this like secret rendezvous that he doesn't want other people to know about. So he's just trying to get it over with so he can rush out. And when he does rush back...
Yeah, honestly, y'all do whatever y'all need to do. I need to go do what I need to go do.
Mm-hmm. So he rushes back out into the rain, and she's not there. She's gone.
And then he's feeling the same way. Like, what did I do? Why?
Mm-hmm.
It was too good to be true. And he's asking his head eunuch, he's like, well, what do you think happened? And he's like, yeah, I came out here earlier and I didn't see anybody, so like I don't think she came.
And then he goes,
oh my god. That was so stupid.
It really
was. It a sneeze?
Really was.
Was it a cough?
I don't know.
Was it acting? No.
He got violently sick suddenly in the rain and had a full body cough / convulsion. And I have never experienced sickness like that before.
Yeah, it wasn't a cough, it wasn't a sneeze, and it also was not acting.
I mean, maybe I have a feeling maybe the director was like, okay, we really got to push this moment, so you got to really give it to us.
Drag it up a little.
So we cut to Jen back at home playing her zither, according to Demi on WordPress.com. What is a zither?
This is actual footage of Trenton recording the intro to this podcast on the zither.
It's because I have my zither at home and I just plucked dong 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 dong.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular.
But yeah, so she's playing her zither, sort of like processing her emotions. It's obvious she is feeling frustrated and is showing signs of her missing this mysterious Prince Guo, the 17th prince.
Okay, and Miss Thing comes in and she's like, what song are you singing? And I'm like, there was no singing being done. Mama was reciting a poem or something, but there was no singing. Because she's like...
It's a spoken word.
She's plucking along and she's just saying these just like very poetic words, but...
Yeah, well, I consider it singing. It's like spoken word, rhythmic, poetry. She could get a Grammy for this.
Very okay, Sasha Velour. I think I'm gonna do spoken word.
Yeah, it's very same parts, but a little bit more romantic.
Oh yeah, this piece.
I'd like to perform this piece. Now, Demi at WordPress, she gives us a little bit of behind the scenes. She gives us this tidbit that in the book, it is clear that she has indeed fallen for him following their encounter. So I guess in the book, it's a little more clear than the TV show that, yes, she is fully in love with this 17th prince.
I know, Wig. I feel that already.
Who is truly the emperor.
Sis is crazy.
She is. Now, I'm not going to, get into it, but what I am going to say is that if you can fall in love with somebody like love at first sight, I don't see why it's the emperor.
I do. Okay, you know what? In a few of the first episodes, I said some things about the emperor's mustache.
Uh-huh.
And I take it back.
Oh, wow.
I said that his mustache was a little too long and, whiskery. But I take it back.
Yeah? What do you feel now?
I don't know what I was feeling that day, but right now, I feel it.
What do you feel?
I just like my mustache senses are tingling.
And what else is tingling?
My coochie. I am a big. I'm really big on mustaches, and like I was saying, oh, that's not my style, but it definitely is.
Okay. Well, I guess like I'm just saying, like, if you didn't know he was the most powerful man in the kingdom,
well, she
I
doesn't
don't know
like
that
that.
I would.
She doesn't like that.
But I don't know that I would just like look at him and be like, oh my God, I'm in love. And if this man came up behind me while I was on the swing set, I would definitely have some reservations. So, you know what? I'm not here to shame people's emotions. I'm just saying, for me, personally, for me, I don't feel love for this man. I could be curious for this man, but I don't feel love for this man.
I'm the exact opposite. He's over 30 and he has a mustache. Sign me up.
All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, despite how much she feels about this man, I believe this is Vermilion who is telling her, actually, girl, you're in danger. I don't think it was a good idea for you to try and go and meet him, because if people start to catch wind of this, you are going to be in trouble. And then your family is also going to be in trouble. So if you could, you know, focus on what you're here to do, which is to
serve the emperor.
Serve the emperor with all of your abilities.
You can't be having affairs with some random men in the park.
And not even just a random man, a man purporting to be his brother. And she was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to do it anyway. So, you know, for as like strategic as she has been so far, the love bug is definitely making her a little less cautious.
In the next scene, we see that Anling Rong comes to visit Zhen Huan. And unlike the other...
You said it again!
Anling Rong?
No, you said visit.
Visit!
Now you said it. Welcome.
Welcome to the Despies. Okay.
You can do it again. I believe in you.
Okay, Anne comes to visit Zhen Huan, and unlike the other concubines, she doesn't have to take care of the emperor when he's sick. But we also see that it's kind of very awkward.
Yeah, Anne comes over because she's bored and has nothing to do. Last episode, remember, she was or 2 episodes ago, okay, I don't remember, but she was visited by the emperor and was sent away. And
that was the last episode, yeah.
So now she has nothing to do, and she just is bored, and she comes over for a visit, because all the other concubines
are taking care
have to take care of the emperor now that he's come down with such a serious illness related to being outside. And we see Hua Fei serving him in a beautiful purple getup.
She loves purple.
She is the purple princess. And she is serving him some tea. And of course, Shen MeiZhuang comes in and is like, here you go. Like, I'm helping you as well. And the emperor's like, Hua Fei, you've been here overnight. You need to go home. And Hua Fei's like, I don't trust any of these other bitches around you. I gotta be here the whole time. In fact, Shen MeiZhuang, go home. We don't need you.
Pick my fucking fruit out, ho!
Yeah, because he, like, is suggesting that Shen MeiZhuang can take care of him. And she's like, well, that's not her job. That's my job. And she doesn't even know how to do it. She's not even trained yet. So, I don't want you to get even sicker by this untrained bitch.
Right. You know, I do feel that she is threatened by Shen MeiZhuang. Ever since Chrysanthemum Gate.
After the whole Chrysanthemum fiasco, she's threatened for sure.
So she may be jealous of other concubines, but she's definitely got her sights on Shen MeiZhuang, which makes me afraid for her.
Well, who's been getting fucked? Shen hasn't been getting fucked, has she?
Well, I don't think anybody's been getting fucked because of this illness.
But like,
and then previously it was like dying. It was
you dying.
It was you dying. Yeah. Anyways, this show has a great great job of just skipping through time, because suddenly a few days later, the emperor is fine. And he is still with Hua Fei, who I'm assuming has not left, about how he got sick in the first place. Why were you out in the garden at that time? I'm really suspicious. And the emperor fibs and says, well, I just went there because I was trying to get some nice flowers for my mommy. I just wanted to find her some nice bouquets.
Oh my god.
But Hua Fei is smarter than that.
Demi says that Hua Fei saucily said, people not in the know would say that the Imperial's garden have some vixens and you have hooked you.
And this is actually one of my favorite lines from the episode, and I'm going to learn it in Chinese. He says,
读书不多，顶嘴倒快.
You do not study much, but you are quick to shoot your mouth off. So he's basically like, you dumb bitch. I wish you would read more than you read these bitches. Okay, go read a
book. go read a book.
And you can tell that Hua Fei is a little bit like peeved by this answer. But I also think that this answer explains a lot more why he likes Zhen Huan, because Zhen Huan does read books. That's why he likes Shen MeiZhuang, because Shen MeiZhuang also reads books, and they can just sort of go back and forth with these poem references.
He likes a smart girl.
He likes the girls that know the vernacular. He likes the girls that know how to kiki and go back and forth with these poems.
You know what? That's why none of our friends like us, is because we are walking queer memes.
But not even just like queer memes. Like, we're like random TikTok, Twitter videos that nobody else has seen, and we just repeat them to each other in lieu of conversation.
In group settings, and then we'll just say something, and then and we're just dying, and everybody else is like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yes. But you know what? In a way, we're educating the girls too. It's like, well, if you don't know the poetry of the times, you might as well log on.
It's the poetry of the times.
Exactly. We are well cultured. We are well read. And these girls, they just don't know what's up. And so after dismissing her, the emperor says, Hua Fei, go back and go rest. I'm doing great. And as soon as she is gone, the emperor jumps out of bed, changes his clothes, and rushes to the imperial garden immediately. And you want to know what this reminds me of?
What?
Okay, it reminds me of when I was in high school and I still lived with my parents, and I would pretend to go to bed, and then the minute I heard my parents' door shut and the lights shut off, I would put on my clothes immediately and I would sneak out to the garage. Literally, and this is where I think my parents like were either playing dumb or just like were maybe bad parents, but fully open the garage door, drive away to meet some trade.
Don't do it.
All right, yeah, so he is ready to go. He's like, you know what? I'm going to check out this garden, see if my girl's there.
And guess what? She is.
And we will find out what happens next after the break.
Ooh, a break. Oh my god, girl. Where did you get that confident and sexy glow? I've never seen you like this before.
I just left my class at Zero Gravity Pole Dance.
Zero Gravity Pole Dance? Girl, that's just you on a Saturday night.
Now, I know you've seen me at the club, and I'm just showing off what I have learned at Zero Gravity. They offer an inclusive environment, and they also offer a variety of classes for different levels. I started off at the virgin level, and I've worked my way up. And that's what I've been showing off at the club.
I'm gonna get me a man's this way.
I know, but now that we have been locked in the house for a long time, it has become a little bit difficult. But luckily, Zero Gravity offers in-person and online classes.
Amazing! So you're saying that I can become the pole dancing vixen goddess of my dreams right from the comfort of my own home?
Absolutely, especially with Zero Gravity pole dance.
Amazing. And guess what? If you use discount code WHITEGAZE, you can get up to 0% off your first booking.
So that's code WHITEGAZE for 0% off your first booking at Zero Gravity Pole Dance.
I'll see you on the pole. Okay, we are back, and we are just in time. You know, I love that we just left you on a little cliffhanger, just like the show does.
They be doing that after every episode. It's just like, oh, we're gonna get you there, and then you gotta wait.
You gotta wait. And so, we jump right back into it, and Yu Daying has come back to the swing area to try to figure out what this mysterious bitch is doing over here. And so she sees that Zhen Huan is at the swing, getting pushed and having just a nice little time, a nice girly time. And her maid tries to like call her out, but she's like barking at her, being like, "Hey, you little bitch, who are you and get over here?"
Yeah, I love this scene. This scene is so feisty because she shouts out and she's like, "Who are you over there? And why are you not greeting my lady?"
Like, didn't you see we walked over here? Did you not catch us in your line of sight?
And so they come over there and she's like, "I don't know who you are and where you come from, but whenever I walk into the place, you must greet me."
And Zhen Huan is like, "Well, that's funny. Can I give you a piece of advice too? The emperor loves polite girls, and it's clear that you're not very polite because actually I'm usually there, and you're just the dying. So, in fact, you're the one who should be greeting me."
Pick my fucking fruit out, ho!
Honestly, I'm so happy the way that this like all plays out because Yu Daying, originally who the emperor thinks is Zhen Huan, because he met Zhen Huan in the winter. He never saw her. Yu Daying is playing her right now, playing the smart girl. And cunting her way up to the top.
Not so much the top as just the daily special.
The daily special, just like the flavor of the week.
This makes Yu Daying really mad, and she's like, "Why? How dare you talk to me like that? Like, okay, sure, you're one rank above me, but that doesn't matter."
Have you ever served the emperor?
Have you ever served the emperor? I've never seen you before. And Zhen Huan is like, "Well, actually, my servant here can remind you how you should greet me. Vermilion,
Vermilion, can you show them how it's done?"
Yeah, come and show them. And so she comes over and she says like,
答应于氏，见过晚常在，晚常在，万福金安。
"May peace and blessings come to Zhen Huan, my favorite girl on the world." And stands up and just like gives her that face, like that smirky, like,
Vermilion is such a sweet little girl, but she's also so feisty. I love her.
This makes her even more mad. This makes Yu Daying even more mad. And she's like, "It doesn't matter what your rank is as long as the emperor likes you." And then her maid is like, "Actually, Yu Daying, you're kind of wrong. You're kind of acting out." And Yu Daying goes, "Shut the fuck up!"
Bitch slaps her.
mightily slaps her and says, "I'm the emperor's favorite, and you should not be talking to me this way. How dare you? You should be bowing to me." And guess what?
Enter the emperor.
Bless God and bless the gays.
He has been watching this whole time, and he gags the girls by saying, "Okay, well, Yu Daying, what if it's me telling you to bow to her? Face crack.
You know what? The last time that we saw somebody attempt to slap a bitch, she died.
Scarlet Red.
She died.
You know what? Not to get too like Bernie Sanders in the class of it all, but I think the difference here is that she slapped her servant versus trying to slap Zhen Huan.
Like somebody at the same level, like another concubine, rather than slapping. Yes, because the servants they do be getting slapped.
Yes,
and if you're one of the emperor's servants, you got to slap yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the emperor comes in as like. And she is begging for forgiveness.
She is. She was like, I'm so sorry. I came here because I heard that you like to be here. And so I just wanted to come and take a look. And then the emperor says,
you are not being honest. And then Yu is like, I just want to be near you, Your Majesty. Mm-hmm. And then Zhen Huan is catching on. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, because before this moment, she didn't know. She had no idea that this was the emperor. She thought she was having like a sort of secret affair with the emperor's brother. Suddenly in this moment, she's having to process all of this. Like not only is Yu Daiying getting what's coming to her, which she's happy about, but now she's suddenly forced to reckon with the idea that she has been flirting with the emperor this whole time. This man that she's fallen in love with truly is the emperor.
And she's scared as hell.
So she's just she's frozen. She's like at the swing, like,
and we see this just like shock and like, how do you say scaredness? How do you say that?
Fear.
Terror. You know what? We're learning English on this podcast too. Yeah, but we see this fear and this terror in her like throughout the rest of the episode because she finds out that this is the emperor. And I am so happy that in the last episode, whenever they first met at the swing, that she kind of like covered her tracks and she was like, you know what? I'm here to serve the emperor, so I can't be talking to you like this. And he's like, no,
exactly.
It's okay.
Well, because that is like a big thing. It's like, okay, yes, it was all fun and games. She didn't actually break the rules, but like. In her mind now, she's probably wondering, like, was this a test? Like, was the emperor trying to figure out if I would do something with somebody else? Because, like, what if she had thrown herself at him when she thought that he wasn't the emperor?
Exactly. In her palace, Forgotten Jade or whatever, the palace of used to be theater, they take care of each other over there, and they make sure that they are covering their tracks. Because she did it in the last episode when she was talking to the emperor. And Vermilion came out of this time. She was like, you can't be having affairs out here.
Exactly. But while that mental drama is happening in her mind, the drama with Yu Daiying is not over. Because the emperor, he's a smart man. And so he starts to put two and two and two and two together. He starts to think like, well, how did you know where I go? Like, why do you know so much about my travels? And it's a very subtle in the show, but it's seeing how you saw Zhen Huan there, so she must have shared it with Hua Fei, who then talked about it to the emperor just a few moments ago when Hua Fei was talking about, oh, I think vixens in the garden have caught your attention.
I feel like in the palace, like I feel like there's not like random people there, and like you would know if you had some like slutty little hoes in the garden.
True. Like, it is interesting to think that this palace is sort of like an ecosystem within itself, but it's not like the common people are not walking through the gardens either. So if there are vixens in the garden, it's got to be servants or other concubines. Like, who else is it going to be?
Somebody that you hired to be here.
So the emperor approaches Zhen Huan in a very gentle manner. And he fills her in. He was like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to stand you up. Even though I've been sick these last days, I've been thinking about you. Did you come and wait for me?
Yeah, I love that. How do you not love him?
I think he's being very romantic with her. And she's basically being like, well, you know, I did come.
Yeah, is she kind of feeling guilty because, like, he came out in the rain and got sick because he was trying to meet her?
Well, again, I think she's in shock. Like, she's even looking down. She can't even look in his face anymore.
Can't even look in his face.
Oh, God.
Like throughout the rest of the episode, she can barely look at him.
Uh-huh. But anyways, he turns around, and he says to Yu Daiying, you're up to your old ways. Looks like my mom went too easy on you. Because remember before, she's already been punished.
Yeah, she just got punished, and like they were like, we'll take it easy on her.
Clearly it didn't work. She did not learn her lesson.
The girls were scheming.
Yes.
They
were.
The Empress Dowager and the Empress, they were like, you know what? She gonna do it to herself, so we'll just take it easy on her right now because, like, if we go easy on her...
This will not be the last time.
If we go easy on her right now, then she's gonna get cocky, and then it'll just happen.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
Exactly. And here we are.
And
So she immediately starts begging to Zhen Huan about, you know,
Please.
I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again. Please go easy on me.
Please be lenient.
Easy on me, Zhen Huan. Wow, no applause.
No.
Wow. Okay. Wow. See how much support I get even from my dearest sister? Wow.
But yeah, please go easy on me, Zhen Huan.
See, I can clap for you. Sisters supporting sisters. Wow.
Yours
Giving a
was
like
better.
is free. Okay,
Yours was
giving a like
better.
is free.
Yours was better.
And Zhen Huan agrees. Zhen Huan is like, you know what? I'm okay. It was a mistake. It was a misunderstanding, and whatever. It's not my place. Like, anyways, here we are. And the emperor is like, wow, Zhen Huan, you're so kind, but I can't let this go unpunished. So guess what? Since Wan Changzai asked for leniency for you, I will have to give her face. Oh, I do think this is interesting. This is like mentioning by name, like Mianzi. I mean, because, you know, being in China, we hear about face all the time. Losing face,
saving
gaining face.
Yeah.
Right. So in order to preserve Zhen Huan's face, he's not going to be very harsh on her.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting culture. And, you know, as somebody who's lived in China for a very long time, I still feel like I don't exactly understand face. So it's always good to get, like, a example.
Yeah, because he's in charge, and he is like worried about what Zhen Huan thinks, even though he was calling the shots around here.
But he does follow up and say, you didn't learn your lesson from the previous punishment. You are very annoying to me and my homegirls. So I am going to demote you. You are no longer dying. You're back to being a GuanNuZi. And you are no longer going to be in the Zhongcui Gong. He calls up his eunuch, Su Peisheng, and says, send her somewhere I can't see.
Send her, get her out of here. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her
I don't want to
anymore.
see her. Out of my sight.
But he also promotes Zhen Huan to Guiren.
I am so happy for her. And, like, it's so crazy because he does this, like, sort of, like, blaming Yu Daiying for this. He says, well, Yu Daiying, you had the audacity to say that she was only one rank above you. So now I'm going to make sure she's
two.
3 ranks above you.
Oh, 3, yeah, because she got demoted and she got promoted.
Because now that she's been demoted and now she's been promoted, now it's a +2. It's 2 plus 2.
And the eunuch comes over and is like, she hasn't served you yet. She can't be promoted until she serves you. And he's like, oh, so you want to tell me how to do my job?
The emperor made the rules, and did you forget? I'm the emperor.
I'm the emperor.
You know rules don't apply to me, bitch.
You know what? Bold move. What if Zhen Huan's coochie stinks?
He has no idea, but you know what? Her brain
It's the brain.
is juicy. Okay,
It's the brain.
He loves her brain.
You know what? I've fucked some smart guys before too, and you know what?
What?
I can't tell you their names. I can't tell you anything about them because it was not memorable.
I was wondering where you're going with that because honestly, historically, your smarts kind of have a negative impact on the experience. So basically, he says, okay, Yu Daiying, go away. And he goes back over to Zhen Huan, who has been kneeling in those heels this whole time.
He's
and
just
says,
yeah.
"Get up."
he's trying to comfort her. He's like, you don't need to be kneeling. It's gonna make you too tired.
Vermilion, with a Cheshire cat grin, grabs her up and immediately bolts. We see her running through the palace. She is as happy as a clam.
She's got to
She's about to go tell everybody.
She's got to go tell everybody back at their palace, like, what's going on.
Go tell it in the palace.
I think that's like a song that I should know, isn't it?
It's a Christmas song. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Yeah.
That Zhen Huan's gonna get fucked.
Oh, is she?
Well, I mean, to me, that is like the natural progression. Now that she knows he's the emperor, now that she's been caught outside of quarantine, okay, call the Divas. Okay. Clearly, if she's healthy enough to be on a swing, she's healthy enough to swing on that dick.
Honestly. You know what? How, like, do you think these, like, sexual acts work?
Which ones? Heterosexual ones?
Not just heterosexual ones, the ones between the emperor and the concubine. Like, do you think that some of these concubines are kind of slutty?
Huafei for sure. Huafei arches her back.
And that's why he comes back. Because if you're not
Huafei says, pull my hair and slap my ass.
Exactly, because if you're not arching your back, then, one, you need to start stretching.
I think Shen MeiZhuang only does missionary.
Yeah, I don't know about her. I don't know.
I think she's a sweet girl and she's got a dank pussy, but I do think she only kisses with mouth closed.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like if she's just gonna serve it up. I bet you Daying was serving it up though.
Oh, girl, Yu Daying does not have a gag reflex. Okay, she is vocally trained.
Oh my god, she is.
she's got that throat. She's the throat goat.
I'm the throat goat.
You know what? That's why we're so good at singing too.
The tension, the sparks are flying between the Emperor and Zhen Huan. And Zhen Huan, shyly asks, like, why did you lie to me about who you were? And the Emperor says, well, I didn't want you to treat me different. I wanted you to be honest with me because that's rare. Like, everybody knows I'm the emperor and they treat me different. Everybody wants something from me. But when you just thought I was the lowly 17th prince, I feel like I could be honest with you and you were honest with me.
There was none of this, like, intimidation that you're feeling right now. You would look me into the eyes and you would talk to me.
And he was like, let me take you home. Let me walk you home. And she was like, really? That's okay. And he says, no, I'm gonna take you home, literally. And scoops her up.
And carries her to the palace. But, like, honestly, like, I need to know how many meters away this was.
Yeah, because it's a very romantic gesture, but her palace is really far away.
But also, I get reminded that she's wearing those fucking platform shoes whenever he's carrying her through, because we see the shoes.
Because we just see them. They're just hanging off.
Just that one little block.
That chunky block in the middle.
And it's like, oh yeah, thank God that he's carrying her. Because she was going to have to walk back in those shoes.
I mean, she walked all the way there in the shoes. I really think, like, Zhen Huan was just, like, being carried, being like,
oh, thank
okay,
God.
one, this is amazing, but two, like, it's not that bad. I am capable of walking. So when they arrive at Zhen Huan's palace, everybody is just smiling from ear to ear. They're
just
ready.
They're ready.
They were like, oop. And so he carries her in and he's like, oh, wow, you're a very clever girl, Vermilion. You must have told everybody. And she was like, we thank the emperor for coming to the palace. So Yongzhen, the emperor, carries her in, sets her down on the table in like a really erotic way, actually. Like, if a man picks you up and carries you any distance and then sets you down on something that is not a chair, that's erotic.
Yeah. What, like, yeah, why the table? Why the table?
I have no idea. But he puts her up on that table, and I'm like, oh, they're going to do it right now. Oh, my God. And he says...
真的手都酸了。
皇上，事先臣妾重吗？
Yeah, sorry. I was struggling to make you feel comfortable, although my arms were getting tired.
And he's like, are you calling me fat?
She's like,
so you're saying I'm fat?
He was like, no, I was just struggling to make you feel comfortable. But then anyways, he calls in everybody and is like shocked that her staff is so little.
Yeah, he's like, where's everybody at? And they were like, well,
this is it.
our head eunuch went and worked for another girl.
And he was like, well, okay, fine. Well, I'll get you a new one. And she's like, well, no. How about Xiao Yunzi? He's been very loyal and faithful to me. I would rather
I'd rather him be the head eunuch. We'll keep him. We'll keep it in the family. And he's like, all right, as you say.
Right. Perfect.
We'll get some assistant eunuchs out here for you.
And some more girls. And so, yeah, this is an amazing time for Zhen Huan, who is suddenly in the Emperor's graces, Emperor's favorite pussy. And I also think it's an excellent time for us to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll continue when we get back. All right, we are back. In this next scene, we see the Empress practicing her calligraphies.
And her maid comes in and she's like, bitch, you know I hate it when people interrupt me.
I told you a million times, don't interrupt me. And she's like, okay, well, I got juicy gossip.
So she's like, oh, fine, spit it out.
She tells her that Yu Daiying has been demoted, and she's like, well, who said that? The Emperor? And she's like, yep, it was the Emperor. And she was like, well, it's about damn time. She's like, honestly, that happened quicker than I thought it would.
You want to know why I'm the Empress? This is why.
She's like, but he also promoted Zhen Huan. And she's like, yeah, that adds up. That makes sense.
And she does say this like beautiful phrase.
公规是老祖宗规定的，祖宗就是天子，天子就是皇上，他非池中之物，迟早的事。
She says the rules are set by our ancestors, and the ancestors are the Son of Heaven, and the Son of Heaven is the Emperor. She, meaning Zhen Huan, is not an ordinary person, so this will happen sooner or later anyway.
Yeah, I wonder what she means by, like, she is not an ordinary person. Does this play into Zhen Huan's, like, family history in the palace? Does the Empress know about it? Or does she just know that the Emperor keeps asking about
I think
Zhen Huan?
probably she's been making, like, a mental ledger of how many times he's tried to fuck her, despite her 14-day quarantine that
Her
keeps getting
uncurable mental
extended because
illness.
of new cases. And that is where we leave her. And we actually don't see the Empress for the rest of the episode.
You know what? We don't see her a lot, but she's playing a lot of roles in these storylines in this episode.
Yes. Now, we do cut to Zhen Huan finally getting all the gifts. So we remember before, for the Spring Festival, and when everybody first moved in, everybody was getting all these gifts from the, I guess, the household department. And now, finally, Zhen Huan is getting all of these special gifts. So everybody in her palace is in a festive mood. And a eunuch is sent to bring the Emperor's special flute as a gift to Zhen. Because remember, he first heard her in the garden blowing on that flute, lip-syncing for her life.
Why is she taking a breath and the flute's still going?
In the middle of the note.
It was very...
Vermilion was in the back playing the radio, just being like...
But yeah, she gets this flute. Yeah. She doesn't have to play her cheap-ass, peasant-ass flute anymore. She gets the nice one.
Her friends come and visit as well. They've heard the news by now. So An Ling Rong and
Enter
Shen
the
MeiZhuang
girls.
come.
Enter the girls.
Enter the girls. And what I love about this scene is, again, we see their sisterhood. Because as they go in, their servants try to follow. And they're like, no. This is just for the girls. Okay, this is for the dolls.
No, we don't need you. We don't need you.
We don't need y'all. We're good.
Yeah, y'all go out there. It's just us.
They go inside. And Shen MeiZhuang is like, okay, now Zhen Huan, I do gotta warn you, from my experience being at the top, people are gonna be jealous, and they are gonna be coming for you. And Zhen Huan is like, yeah, I mean, I saw how quickly Yu Daiying went from 0 to hero. I'm worried that the same could happen to me.
Yeah, we say that she went from 0 to hero, and she went way back down to 0. Because in the next scene, we see her, like, honestly, whenever this popped up, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because there's, like, some stain on the floor.
Yes, I saw the stain, too. I was like, did someone pee? Is that, like, what is that weird, like, puddle on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know what that stain was. It's like, It looks okay. Honestly, like it reminds me of like in a garage, and like there's like an oil leak in your car.
Yeah, like something had like spilled out, but it wasn't like very much, and because it wasn't like a puddle, but it was very clearly on the floor. And there was all of these like spirit Halloween cobwebs put up everywhere.
It was honestly, I was like, I don't know what's going on in here. And then they like
we see that Yu Daiying, her maid, and a eunuch walk in, and she is horrified. She's covering her face. She's like, "What the fuck? Where have you brought me?"
Bitch, this your new house, honey.
What the fuck? And she says, "No, please take my bracelet, please. If you could just like bring me to the emperor, I'm sure that he would, clear this all up. It's okay. I'll sing my opera and I'll suck his dick and everything will be okay."
No, baby, this little bracelet, this ain't gonna do shit for you.
Right, because he's like, actually, I remember when you were just a fucking maid at the same level as me, and you have been such a dick to us. So I'm not going to help you. Sorry, I don't work for the emperor. I just work for this other eunuch that you have been really cunty to.
So is this the palace that we've been hearing about, that they send the inconvenient girls to?
No, this is not the Cold Palace. That's what he said. He was like, well, actually, we could have sent you to the Cold Palace, but we didn't. So you better clean this place up by yourself. I'm sure it'll be
the
okay
Cold
for you.
Palace is worse.
Yeah, allegedly.
Did that place even have a bed?
I mean, we didn't see the whole room. We didn't get, they didn't take us on a tour.
But it was dusty.
It was super dusty. There was some mysterious pee on the ground. It was not a mood. And Yu Daiying continues to show her colors because she like starts beating her maid, like pinching her sides and making her maid cry.
Yeah, what was with the pinching? I thought that was so uncalled for.
It really was. And I have to say, because of this setup, I do not believe this is the last time we will see her.
You think it's going to be like...
I think it's going to be like Roman's Revenge. Like, she is going to come back, I think. Because when they sent away Xia Dongchun, she never heard from again.
We didn't even see her.
We didn't even see her go there, right? But we've seen her enter this new place. So I believe she's going to come back.
Okay, but with Xia, we knew that she was going to get the lower half of her body beat. All we knew with her is that she's just getting demoted.
And sent out of sight. But I don't believe this is going to be the end of her. I think she's definitely going to try to come back. We jump back over to Hua Fei, who gets the news about the fate of Yu Daiying, and she's not surprised. She's like, disappointing. Okay, well, on to the next. But the guy from the Central Household Committee is like, oh, here's some more gifts for you. We love you so much. By the way, Zhen Huan is like one of the favorites now. What do you want us to do? I was confused by this scene. I actually had to like go back twice to watch it because I was confused. Because she says something like, give her the best service that we can. But she said it in an evil way.
Yeah, so it seems like she's scheming, but like, we didn't see her scheme anything. They just send her these nice snacks.
Right. Immediately we cut to the snacks, and immediately I was like, oh no, is she poisoning her? Like, did she send her like some poisoned treats? And to be honest, we never see Zhen Huan eat them. She just smells them and puts them down.
She doesn't eat them? Because she just smells them and she's like, yeah, these are way nicer than anything we've ever had.
Right, and then puts them down. And then immediately her maid, Jinxi, talks about the dangers of being too popular with the emperor. So that's why I really think like there's some things here that I'm missing that is going on. Like Hua Fei is either trying to poison her or plant some spies or do something.
Yeah, she's like, you don't want to be too popular. And she's like, also, I don't want to be too low-key.
Too much favor from the emperor, and the concubine will incur jealousy. Too little, and a concubine will be bullied by everyone else instead. And so Jinxi actually reminds her that, Jen, people don't see you as an individual. They see you and your girls all together. And not only that, but your families also affect how people see you too. For example, Hua Fei's brother is like, or brother or uncle or something.
Like head of the army or something.
The head of the army, right?
Yeah.
And so the things in the palace are the way that they are too. And Zhen Huan is like taking all this in and processing it as best as she can. Because really she's just in love with this man. She, says that she made 2 wishes, but she had a 3rd wish. And Jinxi is like, ooh, girl, tell me. You can tell me. What was your wish? And she puts her hands together in a very cute way. She just like slaps them together like she's praying. And she says,
便得一心人，白头不相离。可我这一心人，偏偏是这世间最无法一心的。
she wishes for a faithful husband with whom she can grow old with. And she specifically says, I want a wholehearted love. But unfortunately, the man I'm in love with is the least suited to give me his whole heart.
Oh my god, I hate that.
No, I mean, but honestly, like, I feel like maybe through this lens, the emperor is like a polyamorous king. Like, because then Jinxi comes back and says, well, maybe don't think about it as wholehearted love. Think of it as earnest love. Yeah, you're not getting his entire attention and his entire heart, but when he is loving you, it's full of earnest.
I, for one, have no problems with polyamory, obviously. But that is not what Zhen Huan wants, and so I hate that for her.
True.
And I could also say get with the times, but...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, be a little more progressive, Zhen Huan. Come on.
But it is not these times, so...
And so basically, Zhen Huan realizes that the jig is up. Her time pretending to be sick is probably over now that she is fully in love with the emperor, and that... the cat is out of the bag, that she's really no longer sick. So she calls Dr. Wen to come back and to do another wrist-touching health evaluation. She tells him basically, like, guess what? You've got to, like, make me not sick and soon, because if the emperor sends another doctor and discovers that we've been lying, then you're going to be in trouble and I'm going to be in trouble. So why don't we try to solve this? How about within a month, okay? Magically, like, slowly heal me. Not immediately, but, like, in a month, I'll be healed. Does that sound okay? He's like, well, I can still tell the emperor that you're not okay for overnights. And she was like, no, I think I'm okay for overnights.
I think I'm fine.
And he was like, huh.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
And he was like, oh, okay, great. Huh. Back to square one, not accepting the jade pot.
Yeah, but he's over here, like, saying, like, you know what? I can, like, dilute your dosages. I can give you some placebos.
And she's like, no, I'm ready. We cut to the same guy who was talking to Hua Fei before from the household department come to Zhen Huan's palace to give her new servants and also a table. Because I guess in an earlier episode, she was complaining about a table not being fixed.
Yeah, that was the last episode, I think. Whenever she comes in, like, all flustered from meeting the emperor and flustered from the whole situation, and she comes in and she's like, what is going on with that paint chipped on that table? What's going on with that? So I guess
that table is wonky.
That picture is wonky. This is filthy.
They get the table and the new servants go in for training, but not before Vermilion gets mad, because slyly Huang Guichuan scapegoats a smaller eunuch by saying, oh, it's his fault that the table never got done. So he's here to get your punishment. So Zhen Huan, give him the punishment. And Vermilion is like, no, we're not about to punish him, because if we do, then now the servants will talk about us behind her back. So if he needs a punishment, then that's your job, not ours, ho. And then Zhen Huan is like, shut the fuck up.
We have all of these people come in here sent by Hua Fei, so y'all bitches need to watch your mouths. Because these aren't just our girls that we just can kiki with, that we've been living with for the last few months, and we've built this report. These are Hua-Fei's bitches. We need to, like, be extra cautious with these new people up in here.
So she decides, okay, these new servants are great, but Vermilion, you gotta tell them they only do the basic shit. They can sweep, they can do the dishes, but they ain't gonna be doing my hair, They ain't gonna be doing my food. They're not gonna be doing important shit.
Yeah, y'all will take care of my daily task, and we will give them the menial tasks.
Boring shit. Now, a eunuch then comes in and says, oh, by the way, Zhen Huan, the emperor's coming, so you need to get prepared.
Yeah, he's on his way. Go put on a cute dress. And she's like, well, what's wrong with this?
She's like, I like this. And she's like, well, the emperor's coming. You need to look fancy. And Zhen Huan is like, no, I'm just going to keep looking basic.
You mean to tell me that you're saying that this isn't good enough?
No, she knows. She's like, no, I know that this isn't fancy, but this is my brand. My brand is like not trying very hard.
Usually there.
I'm just usually there. I'm the effortless
not anymore. Not anymore. She's not usually there anymore.
I'm a noble lady.
A noble lady. And you gotta dress like a noble lady.
And so he does arrive. Everybody in the palace just goes out to greet him. And true to Zhen Huan's word, he loves the basic clothes. He's like, oh my God, you're such a real girl.
Did I lie? Did I lie?
And by the way, your servants look really nice. Actually, what's your name? Jade? Jade, you look great. I love that color on you.
That's a great color. I love the green.
I love that Jade's and Jade. Do you do that on purpose? You're so smart. Jade and Jade. Huh. Who could have thought? And so the emperor with Zhen Huan goes inside, and as everybody's going in, her head eunuch Xiao Yunzi is like, wait, Jade, stay out here for a second. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, she's lit. She is excited. She's like, oh my God, I got called out. I am Miss Jade. I am wearing Jade.
Oh my God. Because remember, she was salty
Jade.
before. She was salty before, like, ugh, Vermilion. Ugh. Got daddy's attention. And now it's me. Oh my God.
I guess that I would agree. I guess I would be jealous too. But like, Vermilion, I feel like is more attention getting worthy.
Well, Vermilion is like a fiery girl. She's like a firecracker. So, of course, she's going to get the attention. And Vermilion was always the girl with Zhen Huan at the swing set.
At the swing in the garden, yeah.
Because Jade never supported her at the swing set.
Yeah, she was never there.
And he's like, yeah, it's because you look just like Zhen Huan.
You just look like her. You look just like Zhen Huan.
And she's like, what? Shut up. What? Really? No. Meanwhile, the audience, we know the truth.
During the Spring Festival, they mentioned it then, and then somebody has mentioned it now. Are they going to keep mentioning it? Or, like, how long do you think it's going to take before we know, or before they reveal that they're related?
I think it's going to come out probably not soon, but eventually. The episode is pretty much over because we do jump right back in, and the emperor is just drinking the tea and being like, I have hints of this one tea, and I have this hints of like the evergreen needles, and what else did you put in it? And she turns to him and she says, ooh, emperor, you've got such a good tongue.
The tongue, not the taste, but the tongue.
Your tongue is good.
Oh my God, that's so nice, because that makes us believe that he is not just fucking these girls to get babies out of them, that he is eating them the fuck out.
I hope so. But yeah, so this is basically like the end of the episode. He asks her like, oh, your palace is so far away. Do you want to like change that maybe? She's like, no, I like the quiet. And he's like, well, no matter how far away you are, as long as our hearts are close, I will always come to see you.
Okay, but like, I think it was kind of a little more petty than that, because right before he said that, he's like, well, it's kind of inconvenient for me to walk all the way over here, but...
Right.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
Just to be the man to walk the 1,000 miles to stand here at your door.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying.
Well, why don't we take a break and then we'll come back and I'll take on this challenge of yours.
Hey girl, I am at Alimentari right now and the wait is way too long.
You're kidding me. How long are they saying?
They're saying an hour and a half.
Oh, wow. That is a certainly long amount of time. But no worries. Guess what?
What?
I have learned to live and dine like an Italian from the comfort of my own home.
How did you do that?
With the Alimentari Home Cookbook. I'm able to recreate my Alimentari favorites from cover to cover. The book is filled with recipes from risotto al marinara to lombata d'agnello, not to mention the crowd favorite, crostata al limon.
Oh, I love that one.
Exactly. You can pick up this cookbook if you want from any of the Alimentari locations on Anfu-Lu, on Wuding-Lu, on Donghulu, on Kangding-Lu, or from Bar Centrale on Yangping-Lu.
Lovely. Do they tell you how to make a pizza?
Oh, girl, do they tell you how to make a pizza? They tell you how to make a ravioli, spinaci e ricotta. They tell you how to make pizza. They tell you exactly how to cut the little cheeses to look beautiful on the board.
Lovely. I'll grab a bottle of Aperol and I'm on my way.
See you tonight.
Okay, we are back.
Oh my god, I'm so ready.
I've heard from the girls that they liked this one, that it was fun. And we did it at our little launch event. And so we are going to play Lost in Translation again.
Oh my god, okay, I do love this game.
But we are going to do Diva Edition. This is the Divas Edition. So how this will work is I have some divas, and we have their Chinese names. But this is the English direct translation of their Chinese names.
So I have to not only discover the diva, but I need to go step by step. I need to know what the Chinese name is and then who it is.
Yeah, so you need to guess the diva. And I say divas, we do have one non-binary diva in here.
Okay, well, the theys and the thems are divas too.
That's why I included them, and we'll see when we get to them.
Okay.
So first up, we have Miss Spicy Chicken.
Okay, bitch. This is too easy.
Okay, some of these you do know, but I was thinking some of them you might not know.
Okay, Malaji, Nicki Minaj, Nicki the Barbie.
Yes, we have Nicki Minaj. Did I write the correct Chinese
You did.
characters?
Yes. Malaji.
Okay, very good. All right, next up, of course, we have Fruit Sister.
Oh, yes. 水果节.
Yes.
And that is Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry. We have our 水果节.
Yes, the Fruit Sister.
Next up, we have Cow Sister.
I know, okay, I know this one too. Because I've seen the video where, like, a reporter tells her, this is, 牛姐. This is, like, Mariah Carey, and it's and it's allegedly not because she is fat like a cow. It's because there's also a Chinese phrase called 牛逼, which is like amazing. Like if you say something is like 很牛逼, that means it's really good, but it's also like a little bit bad because it means cow pussy.
We kind of think of it as bad because we're calling her a cow, but it is intended to
be a good thing.
Be nice. I did not put it on here, but they also they have Ariana Grande. What is Ariana Grande's name?
Yeah, she's like Little Cow Sister. It's like Niu Mei or something like that.
Yeah, like little Cow Sister or like
yes.
Next we have Flirty Woman.
Oh, okay, fuck. Okay, Flirty Woman. Okay, to be honest, I get a lot of my Chinese from, you know, pop culture and the internet. And, you know, sometimes I'm on Twitter and I see some, you know, Chinese videos. And so I don't know the word for flirty, but I do know the word for slutty. So is it like sao nu? Flirty woman. I don't know. I would say that's my final answer, sao nu. But I have no idea who it is.
Like,
maybe is it
like a guess.
Is it like Taylor Swift? Like
Flirty Woman. Flirty Woman is Sam Smith.
Oh, fuck. Wait, let me look up those characters.
Disclaimer, I got these from the internet, and some of them were conflicting. Like,
oh my gosh, I was
things.
right. Oh my gosh, you can't even read.
It says slutty woman.
Yeah, Saomu. It means like feminine slut. Saomu.
Yeah, a feminine slut? How did you not think of Sam Smith?
Because I don't know that Sam Smith has a reputation for being a slut. I know that they have a reputation now of like being like, you know, openly expressive in ways that they weren't at the beginning of their career, but
okay, so this one
Yeast Godmother.
Okay, so apparently like these like have the same pronunciation or the same like
Tianma. I'm thinking of like
tones.
God, like the heavens, like Tian, and then like mother being like Ma. Tianma.
Yeah, so like yeast and godmother like apparently have the same
I don't know how to say yeast. That's not in HSK5.
Jiaomu.
Okay. Jiaomu. Okay, so now I'm thinking about who sounds like a J, a Jessie sound. Like is it Jessie J? Jiaomu.
Oh my god.
Is it?
No. It's Avril Lavigne.
What? What? How does that make any sense? You know what I have to say to this? What the hell?
Oh my god, no, cut that. Next we have Lord of Butt.
Okay,
Lord of Butt.
I know butt is Pigu. Okay, so who's a girl that maybe Lord of Butt? Or wait, no, maybe, okay, so who's a girl with the butt? Is it, oh fuck, I'm gonna get this wrong. The Lord of Butt. Okay, I want to guess like Megan Thee Stallion or like Shakira or like girls who are twerkers. Like,
okay, separate from you, this is like the world's most famous butt.
Is it Kim Kardashian?
Oh my god. No, it's Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo! Oh, the Lord! Oh, now I get it. Like, Lord of Butt. Okay.
Yeah, next we have Coming Soon.
来最近. Like, 最近 is recent, but soon is like 快.
I need to help you with this one because you're going way out of what it is. They say coming soon because that's what it sounds like. Whenever you say it in Chinese, it sounds like coming soon.
Coming soon.
I know that doesn't help you, but it's not giving you Lila.
Okay, coming. See, the only girls that I think of like Carly Rae Jepsen is like Kami. Is not. There's no Sue. Is it like Kylie Minogue?
It's not Kylie Minogue. Okay, so like they say that this one they call her this because her albums are always coming soon, and then they are never here.
Is it Rihanna?
And so no, it's Lady Gaga.
Let me tell you, of all the days to tell me this about Lady Gaga, not on the day that she drops an amazing, fantastic, cinematic song called Hold My Hand, are you going to tell me that her albums are always coming soon when she's always dropping the fucking hits, especially Chromatica? Let us not get into that. So I'm not coming for you, Weston. I'm coming for the Chinese netizens that have called her coming soon because she's not. She's here. She's always been here. Okay? Let it be known.
All right, so next up we have Tongue Bitch.
Okay, tongue bitch.
Tongue Bitch. We have Tongue Bitch.
I know biao is bitch. Biaozi is like a mean thing to call a girl. So bitch. And tongue, fuck, from this episode I should have learned the vocabulary for tongue when she said the emperor has a good tongue.
Biao is correct, yeah.
Okay, fuck, what is tongue? Well, let me just think about, okay, so who... Okay, I'm just going to a wild limb here. Is it Cardi B?
Okay. It's not Cardi B.
Is it Miley?
She had a lot... Yes, she had a lot to say in the press.
Okay, Miley. Okay. Okay, what is
Miley? What's good?
Miley? What's good?
They just call her this because she, like, I guess at the time
Had
whenever
her
they
tongue
named
out a
her,
lot.
or she was big in China,
蛇表.
that she was famous for sticking her tongue out. I guess she became famous in China during bangers.
Yeah.
蛇表.
Stone cold face. Okay. Wait, I think I know this one maybe as well, but let me try to piece it together. So stone is 石, and then cold is like 冷 or 冰.
You know what? I didn't.
Is it 食冰面? Okay, so I'm gonna guess. I think this is Demi Lovato.
It is Kristen Stewart.
Oh, but you know what? Demi Lovato has that song Stone Cold.
I honestly don't know that song, but
面冰女. But that's not cold.
that-
That's a different Bing.
I tried my hardest. Okay.
Oh no, that's Ten. That's Ten Huan. So Ten
What does
Huan.
that mean?
Ten Huan is the word for paralyzed that we learn in HSK5.
Okay, like stone.
Oh yeah, Mian Ten is facial paralysis.
Okay, yeah. So stone cold face, facial paralysis.
Facial
I
paralysis,
think that's
girl. Okay.
She apparently she got this name from the Twilight films.
Right, because she showed no emotion.
Yeah, because there was no emotions. Yeah. So that is the end of it, and I think I won something.
I don't think I won anything. I lost.
It's okay.
What is my punishment? I need a punishment.
Oh
Punish
my
me,
god.
Jen.
I'll tell you later.
Well, it's about that time that we wrap up here. But before we go, we have a new segment called
本周心机争宠装.
And in this segment, we discuss our favorite looks of the episode. So at the end of it all, what is your best look? Who is the girl that is doing the most for you this episode?
Well, we didn't even talk about it, but my favorite is the Empress whenever she is practicing her calligraphy.
Yes.
Because she does have the best headpiece for me.
Oh, clearly. I mean, the headpiece, it's got the opals, it's got stones, she's got the matching earrings. It goes all the way over her head and at the front. And it's sort of matching her like green, gold.
It's the full, it covers the full head is what I like.
Yeah.
And she do be serving that. She do be serving this like in our podcast like cover.
Mm-hmm. It's like a full halo around her, and she's got this, this gold and green garb on as well with the flowers. Yeah, I think this is a serve as well.
My pick is for her. What is your pick?
My pick this episode is actually going to shock you and probably shock our audience as well. But my top...
It's going to be Zhen Huan.
No, actually no. My top look of the week is Anling Rong. I love the rose. It was just so like appealing to me when I first saw it. The color just draws me in, and I'm a sucker for a dangle.
Okay, I can get behind that.
So there you have it. That is episode 7 in the books. Clearly there's some mysteries on the horizon. Zhen Huan finally decided to not be sick. And the Emperor has a new favorite girl. And that is our favorite girl, Zhen Huan.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, so we kind of made like our predictions earlier.
I do hope, though, if I can add something, that I do hope that Hua Fei has a greater presence in the next episode. Because for the last two, she's been kind of on the back burner.
We need her back.
We need her back. We need a good scene. We did not get a scene today of the girls greeting the Empress.
Oh yeah, no tea room.
I want to see some tea room tussles, okay?
Tea room
I want to see
tussles.
some Shangwu showdown.
Yeah, I know what that means.
I think it's time that we say 再见.
再见.